Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Ho,
Christmas,
ho.
guys.
Yeah, another
Thanks,
year
baby.
has passed.
Another
You can't
year.
see, I have reindeer horns. They're there. Maybe a little flicker. I move.
You gotta put a different color background, bro.
It's all good. That's all right. I just let it ride out. Like you don't even know I have antlers on, and I'm just gonna boom. I got antlers on.
Uh,
Today is a special call because it's Christmas. We wanted to talk about the um, good things in life and what we do it for. Like Tanisha's baby. Look at that. Look at her. She's so cute.
Horrible.
But we want to start. We want to start off right, but and end the year on a good note. But I hope everybody here had a great year. This year's been a good and bad year, I guess. I get a little bit of both. Like you get good years and you get bad years. And it's kind of good and bad. It's kind of like balanced out, you know?
Yeah, we learned a lot, man. We learned a lot this year. Some legal stuff that we ran into on deals. We talked about this just on the podcast a few minutes ago.
Yep.
That when we start to do bigger deals, there's a lot of sharks up there swimming around in those waters, right? There's not so many sharks swimming around $30,000 and $50,000 deals, but when you get into $1 million and a $3 or $4 million deal, there's people willing to cut your throat to make that money. So that's something that we learned this year. I think we're getting pretty good at legal now, and we even expected this, right? So this is not unforeseen. Before we even started Hivemind, we talked about that we would have like a certain percentage of our deal budget would be for legal specifically. So yeah, man, it was I think a phenomenal year, probably the best year we've ever had. December is proving to be the best month we've ever had, and I think it's just the beginning, because what I'm coming to find out now, and what I'm seeing for the first time, is that this business really is cumulative, right? You give and you give and you give for a month and for 2 months and 3 months and 4 months and 6 months, and you're like, damn, am I even making any progress? But 5 years later, a lot of that progress starts to overlap on itself. And it really does become very rewarding at some point, where now you're putting in very little effort and getting tremendous returns. And I don't think it's always going to be like that, right? I don't think that your business is going to stay in a perpetual state of just blossoming without you putting in effort. I think if you love your business and you want it to grow and see it blossom, you will continue to contribute and work hard to make it grow and stay alive. That's cute, Daniel. That is absolutely cute.
I forgot I had Rudolph next to me. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I got Rudolph too, just so everybody made it today. All right, everybody made it.
No, dude. Yeah. I think that's just something that, like I said, if you're going to continue to grow this business and you want to see it blossom, you're always going to continue to put in effort. You're going to have painful days and you're going to have great days. But I can tell you, the longer you're in this business, over time and distance, you'll have more great days than bad days for sure.
So we had I sent this to Anthony literally about 20 minutes ago, and I was like, "This is the escalation of your business." And it's funny because we had the shift this year, and it was really funny. So I wanted to show you guys, um, just so if you no matter what stage you're at, this is where you got to go. So it says the key to real estate investing is a small shop. You're 10% fundraising, 2% operations, and 80% finding deals. A lot of people can't find good deals, so if you get good at finding deals, as you get bigger, it shifts towards fundraising and less towards operations and finding deals because the money is very, very important. So
This is another, Daniel just sent me that like 3 minutes ago. And I think that's another big checkbox for us and us being able to predict the future. We knew from the very beginning, we talked about this on the very first days in Clubhouse 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, before Hivemind started, that fundraising would be everything. We always talked about having a fund, and we knew that's where we were going to end up, to the point to where we had so much deal flow that we were going to be able to fund some of that stuff. Look at Frank's little tiny Santa hat. Is that from the Elf on a Shelf or what? Where'd you find such a tiny hat?
Yes, it is.
Exactly where
The
it's
glue
from.
came undone a while ago. So the Elf on the Shelf is with my wife and kids at Animal Kingdom and in a bag. And I've got the hat.
I really want a Santa hat.
Daniel wanted the hat, so
I'm gonna run to the corner store real quick, or Walmart, and get me a Santa hat real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Dang it. No, Daniel sent me that about today about having the fund, and that's something that another thing that we predicted is that we would build up such tremendous deal flow right through Hivemind and through the network that we would need like a pretty much an unlimited fund. Like we would need to have more funds because we knew the deal flow was going to become so tremendous at some point that we would just need to be able to fund that in perpetuity. Something that I hung out with Jesse Jimenez last night. I saw him on here earlier. If he's still on here. But we talked about that, about starting a fund and really getting this thing to the next level. So hopefully the fund's up and running in January. I don't know how long it's going to take. We have one $10 million commitment that's going to drip cash into the fund. But over time and distance, we're going to look to be the biggest bankroll person for land in the country. So that's what we're aiming for right now.
It's gonna be an interesting ride. Um, this year's been good. This year's been good to us. I hope you all had an amazing year, and I hope you all have an amazing year next year. I think we talked about this a few months ago. Is that land deals take a little bit more time, so all the work you're doing now is all 2023, 2024. I mean, wow, 2024.
You want to show them the cap from today? The screenshot?
Oh, I don't know if we're ready for that.
Whatever, dude. Who cares? Not to brag, guys. I hate even talking about big numbers, but I just want everybody in this room to know that we're not FOS when we're talking. We're just talking from a place of experience, and that's it. This is not our first rodeo. We've done a couple land deals, and as you can see on this screen, we do know how to move capital. And we just hope that everybody in here believes in what we're doing, and that that again the strategies that we talk to you about. This is not theory, right? We're not like reading this online and then trying to relay the information to you guys. Like we're practitioners, we love the business and we love doing deals. I love negotiating probably more than anything else in this business. I love closing sellers and buyers. But everything that we're telling you that we're doing, I mean, there's no secrets, right? We have our high paid level mastermind, but if you've been to 900 of these calls, you've absorbed what you can, pay $100,000 for over time and distance. It's pretty much this information. We just distill it all the way down to nothing in the high ticket mastermind. But yeah, like I said, we're here to make you guys money. If you guys don't make money, we don't make money, right? Because this is a all collaborative. I think all of our deals are JV deals at this point. I don't know that we have any of our own deals anymore. So yeah, we're looking to get paid when you guys get paid, and everything that we're doing out there in the trenches is everything we teach on these calls.
Junior with the elf hat. Look at that.
Hey, I don't see Junior. What's wrong with my view over here?
Because you're looking.
I'm an ATV bro.
Veronica also has a Santa hat on.
Shout out for everybody who brought up the Santa hats or some type of festive gear. We appreciate you. Merry Christmas.
EJ's got a Christmas sweater or a blanket,
blanket.
or something.
Blanket. I had to find something, man.
No, it's good, man. I appreciate everybody contributing. I think about this year, and we did that land sale in April, and we hung out with PJ. That was fun. It's just been an interesting year, man. The year flew by really, really fast, and it's just been an interesting year. That's all I can say. But for everybody, man, I hope you all learned a lot. Hope you got some action, got some deals, got some contracts. I know Diego got paid recently on some deals.
A lot of people got paid today. Daphne got paid today. Who else got paid today? Trenton got paid today. I think my cousin Melissa did. Edward did. I don't know. A whole ton of people got paid today. It was a good day. I feel like Ice Cube right now. Somebody cue some Ice Cube music. Today was a good day. Everybody got paid.
Okay, so it's a payday. It's good. Everybody got paid today. Oh, Diego, he got paid.
We should have put that song on yesterday.
Oh, we did? Or we didn't?
We should have.
Should have had.
Man,
So,
that would have been perfect.
Me, Jesse, and Rooster were chilling in the biggest, baddest hot tub I've ever seen in my life last night till like almost midnight, talking about the future of where this whole thing could go. And Jesse has a bunch of great ideas, man. So we're looking to bring some of that stuff to life, like immediately, like in the next 7 to 14 days.
Yes, sir. Got some big plays coming.
And we were listening to a little bit of gangster rap last night, weren't we?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we gotta get inspired.
Good times, man. It is cool hanging out. Like the conversation we were having last night was about like how to take this thing to the next level, and how to bring some automations into it, how to scale in a cool way, like in a software way, not in a cheesy way, the way people talk about scale. And I feel like those are the types of conversations you have, just sitting around in a hot tub and talking and sharing the vision, masterminding, coming up with ideas. But more importantly than all of that, Jesse and Rooster, they're action takers, right? So we don't just talk and pretend that we're going to do something cool. Like we're ready to start taking action as early as like the next few days to get together, map this thing out, and then take it to the next level.
One thing I'll say to that is leverage everybody in the room, man. There's a lot of people that I think I mentioned this previous on other calls, but I mean, what we do is hard, and doing the everyday day-to-day thing is hard, but there's a lot of people in the room that are actually doing the day-to-day. So if you network with people that are in the same space as you, you're not alone. And it gets easier to do it just because everybody's going through the same problems in a way. So definitely network with I know people here that network with each other and ask questions, and they kind of work. So leverage your network and get through the hard times, because you're not alone in this game. We are here with you as well, and this is what we do. Um, I really like the land space and the software space and everything that I do. I love podcasting. It's
You
all
do podcasting, bro.
Yeah, it's all came and generated this thing we call Hivemind. So I appreciate everybody that helps contribute and shares information and gets paid. Diego said he got paid 12,000 today.
It's not a bad day in the office, I guess, if you're working from home.
Yeah. So takes a lot of effort, but I appreciate everybody that comes helps out.
Yeah, man. Something that we want to talk about, and if you guys have any topics you want to cover, we're happy to talk about it. But being in the spirit, we want to talk about giving, right? And how giving activates the law of giving and receiving, right? You have to be able to, if you're wanting to give, then you also have to be willing to receive. Some of us are just givers, and we just give so much of ourselves, we forget to be able to be receptive to life's gifts, and how that it's something that we use in our business every day. Daniel and myself, we give away as much as we can. On Thursday, we're giving away 5 acres to somebody who entered the drawing. There's like almost 8,200 people entered the drawing that we did on TikTok with Rooster. So we're gonna give 5 acres away, man. I mean, that would change somebody's life. I think that's something that we talked about again before we started Hivemind, is we want to give away real estate. That's what we wanted to do. That was ultimately like our ultimate goal, is like we want to give away houses and give away land and mobile homes and all that stuff. And again, anybody could say that, right? Anybody could say that they're going to do something like that, but it was always in our dream and in our vision board. And this is the first piece of real estate that we're going to give away. And it's a really nice subdivision with oak trees, and we're going to give away 5 acres. And I'm just really excited, like, for the person that's going to win it. Like, I'm more excited than they are. And sometimes Daniel and myself, we've given until it hurts, given and given and given, sometimes when we didn't even have it. And just trusting God that, like, maybe it's going to come back to us someday. And that's not why you give, right? You don't give so that you can get something back. But if you're in a perpetual state of giving, God, the universe, it comes back. It just really does. And I don't know the science behind it, but I know that it's something that I've practiced my whole life. It's something that I saw my parents do. We took people in, family members, strangers, into our home, even sometimes when we didn't have. But we took in people that had less than us. And it's something that was instilled in me since I was a kid. And it's kind of cool seeing, the impact that my parents made on me. And, I just continue to use that into my business, and not even as a business strategy. It's just something that's in my heart. Some random guy calls me on Facebook like 2 days ago. I'm driving out to that big ranch. And he's like, man, I see what you're doing. He was like, I don't know if you see it. He was like, but you're giving away a lot. And you really are changing and blessing people's lives. He was like, and I don't even think you realize what you're doing. He's like, because it's just a part of who you are. And I thought about it. I'm like, I guess I am. I just, it's always been who I am. I was taught that by my parents, and now to be actively using it in our business and seeing it blossom and how things grow and the friendships we're creating. It's like, man, this is what this is a dream business. you know, to be able to be in that position to be able to give away real estate. You know, most people can't even afford to buy 5 acres ever in their whole life, and we're going to give it away. So it's just feel super blessed to be able to do something like that.
Yeah. I'm excited about it, man. I think it's always been a goal of ours, and now it's coming true. Even if you don't have nothing to give, I really want to mention here on the live here is that even if you have nothing to give, you can give away happiness. So we did a YouTube video at our event, um, and it's called Manufacturing Happiness. It'll be under this video, and it's in the chat as well. But manufacturing happiness, was it too hot, Anthony?
It's got warm.
Um, so manufacturing happiness. So even if you don't have nothing to give, you can give away just a good day and creating happiness within others. And it doesn't cost you anything. Um, and I think it's where it all roots from, is you can give away like a piece of your spirit just by creating happiness amongst others. So if you haven't seen the video, please go check it out. We kind of cover some examples and stuff like that. But I mean, if you have nothing to give, you can give away a smile, you can give away a thank you, you can give away a I'm thinking about you. Like, it doesn't cost you anything.
Hey, is it called Manufacturing Happiness? Was that what the video was called?
Manufacturing happiness. Yep.
Well, the example I gave at the live event here at the last Hivemind Summit is it's like everybody has experienced this before, where something happens to you, somebody does something to you, and then you generate a bunch of anger inside of your body, right? And then you share it with somebody else, right? We're all guilty of that. I think we've all felt that in our life, what it felt like. And you can do the reverse, right? You can generate happiness inside of your body and then give it away to somebody else. And I know what it feels like to have that empty tank where you feel like I don't have anything to give right now, and that's okay too, right? Everybody's been there into that space before. But even if you're not feeling it inside of your own body, right? You can be like at the cashier, right, at the grocery store. I mean, that's a nice shirt, dude. That's a freaking awesome chain. Like, oh, dude, I like your new haircut. You know, anything like that. I love that color on your hair. Like, that's looks super cool. And like you just see the people just completely light up. There's like, oh, dang, thank you. Like you noticed, you know, and you see them light up, and then it lights you up. And so even though you had an empty tank before, now you feel a little something now, right? That you didn't have 4 minutes ago. And then you do it again and again and again all day long. And you're just seeing all these people light up around you. And then all of a sudden now you're lit up. Your tank was empty this morning, but since you just like lit up somebody's life 5 or 6 or 10 times throughout the day, now you're feeling it now, right? Now you're in that zone. So that's something that Daniel and myself also practice. I didn't know he was doing it the whole time, and I started to notice it, and I think he noticed it. I do the same thing too, is that no matter where we're at, like emotionally, if we feel like we have an empty tank, we're overworked, or, you know, maybe some deals didn't go right, we still try to manufacture happiness, man, and we use that in our business. And that's another reason why you see us on these podcasts and we're smiling and we're giggling, we're laughing. Like, dude, we're just bumping our heads on our way through life too. But if you can use the energy you have to light up other people's life, it definitely pays you back in dividends, and it's something that you can feel. I learned this probably, man, maybe 14 years ago or something, 15 years ago, when I started getting into marketing. And even though I didn't have a lot of capital at the time or wealth, I thought to myself, you know what, this makes me rich because I can produce something from nothing. Like I can have like nothing in the bank, nothing in my wallet, but I can generate this emotion and I can give it away to other people. So I can give away something. I can give away something unlimited, even though I don't have it with me. Right? There's nothing that I haven't. It doesn't cost me anything. And that made me realize that a human body can just generate anything. You can generate so much energy in yourself. It will translate into the physical. And it's kind of something that we've been toying with for a long time. And again, to be able to use it in our business, it's super cool and super fun. So that's what we want to talk about today. Being in the Christmas spirit and the spirit of giving and receiving, and how we use that in our business and in our day-to-day lives, and how it does pay rewards.
This business is not easy. It's very stressful. So you have to find different ways to cope.
Yep.
You have to find different ways to cope. And if you're not feeling the pain and stress about it, I don't know. You're lucky, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with Peter right now, man, who's on this call, and I told him, I was like, you got to be able to power through the bad times and the dark times, right? I have a tattoo on my arm, and it says, "This too shall pass." Right? I don't know if you guys know the story, but I'll condense it for you, like for 15 seconds. It was like a king that he heard of a ring, right, that would make a sad man happy and a happy man sad, and so he sent out his people to go find it. And they searched like the whole globe looking for this magic ring. And finally, like nobody could ever find it. And one of his servants was just super smart. So he went to a jeweler and he had a ring and he said, I want you to write this inscription inside of this ring. And that's what he put in on the ring is this too shall pass. And he brought that back to the king. So no matter how happy or how elated you are, you know, that's eventually going to pass. And then no matter how sad and how dark times get, that's going to pass as well. So
Yeah.
as long as you know that when those waves hit, they won't hit you as hard if you understand that, you know, everything is all in passing, right? And we're all here. Like I say, I call it bumping our heads on our way through life, right? Just trying to figure it out. And I don't think anybody has it figured out ultimately, right? We're just here to help each other grow. And when you do help each other grow and you help other people and lift others up, it lifts you up too. So it's something that you can give unlimited and continue to pay yourself over and over again.
Yeah. I hope you can share that with whether today or tomorrow, you can take some action with that. It's something that's very it's on our heart. You don't know the effects and long-term effects that does to somebody. Um, there's a like a ripple effect. Like if you're nice to somebody today, maybe they're nice to somebody else today, and it kind of creates like a wave. So a lot of people carry that on, and it's a way to create a force greater than you know, and you never will see. But there's like a wave effect that can happen if you do it enough. So find opportunities to do it, create opportunities to do it, and you can hopefully feel better internally and see that outcome happen physically off that person that you do it with.
So let's see how this pertains to business, right? So we talk about this and this happy-go-lucky, like, hey, I need to make some money, right? When when you have these when you're walking around like this, right? It's like a state of being. It's a state of mind. Is that you feel like no matter what I do, I'm gonna add value. I'm gonna lift others up. It's like you're practicing the law of increase, right? That anytime I come into a contact with another human being, I'm gonna find a way to create increase for this person. And it's just you do it to your family and your friends and you kind of get used to it. And so when you're talking to a seller or a buyer, you don't feel like you need to take anything from them, right? There's nothing that I need to receive from you. If anything, I'm going to leave you in a better state than I found you, right? And I've said, you probably, a lot of you guys have probably heard me say this to sellers. It's like, look, I'm going to walk you through this deal. I'm going to give you the best advice that I could possibly give you as a professional. This is what I do. This is what I do for a living, sir, ma'am. And I know how to help you. And also, furthermore, I don't even care if you sell me the property. But what I am going to do is I promise you by the time this conversation is over, you're going to be in a better place than where you started. I can promise you that. And if you frame the conversation that way, right, your sellers are like, what the heck did this guy just say? Like, you just told me straight up, like, I'm not really concerned if I buy the property or not. You know, if it, and there's another phrase that I say, like, if you don't have the warm and fuzzies when this call is over, and I don't have the warm and fuzzies, then I don't want to buy the property anyway. Because what I do is I like to buy stuff from very low stressed, very low pressure, and I would like to receive that from you as a property seller. We're going to be friends for the next 3 to 6 months while we're trying to close this thing. And the last thing I want to do is start our very first conversation and we both flare up. So by the time this conversation is over, we'll know if we're going to work on this transaction together, right? And again, it's from having that mindset, like I'm here to provide extra. I'm going to leave something here. I have nothing that I need to take out of this exchange or out of this relationship. And if you can do that in your personal life and you translate that into your business life, it'll automatically start to reflect on itself. The way that you treat your buyers and your sellers, you'll start to treat your friends and your family like that, and you'll see all of your relationships blossom. I can't think of one relationship that I have right now, either friends, family members, or anything that's inflammatory. I can't think of one possible regular relationship that I have with somebody, a seller, a buyer, anybody that makes me feel stressed or makes my blood pressure go up. You know, it's like a very, very low stress, low pressure life. And that was built by design. You know, it's not like an accident, like, hey, you know, this guy's so lucky to have carved out a life like that. It's me protecting people, protecting my own emotions, protecting other people's emotions. Sometimes that's cutting people out of your life. You know, sometimes the biggest gift you can give to yourself or to somebody else is to release them from your life. right? And
Peace of mind. You got to protect your own personal space because people will invade that if you're at peace and just try to throw a wrench in it, just to just to see a squirm, you know. And
yeah,
there's people out there that live life like that, and peace is important.
yeah, identifying those people, identifying those relationships, those business relationships that cause you pain and cause you stress, and we become chemically addicted, right, to that stress, like coffee, right? Coffee is super stressful to the body, but you get so addicted to it, it's like it's normal now. Well, same thing, you can have a friend, a girlfriend, a husband, somebody that you keep around in your life because you're chemically addicted to them and you're just used to having them there, even though it costs you energy. Sometimes the biggest gift you can give to yourself or somebody else is to let somebody go, get these people out of your life. And I would say this year I've blocked more people on Facebook than I have since I've ever been on Facebook. It's probably been like 15 years or something, or 14 years. I've blocked more people this year than I have in 14 years because I'm just not giving anybody a second chance to stress me out or offend me or dig into their claws into my life. Like they're just gone. Me and Rooster were joking about it one day, and I was like, we just disappear them, like we just delete them out of the hive mind and they're gone. He goes, well, where do they go when they get deleted? I'm like, I hope I never have to find out. Just going to the ether, I guess. I don't know.
Um, I've had to do it too. I've learned that as I've gotten older, um, your peace of mind and sleeping at night is more important than a lot of other things.
Mhm.
Your peace of mind, it gives you the ability to take on a lot more stress than normal. Um, and like I think entrepreneurship it's somewhat crazy because we take on things that are abnormal and stressful all at once. So you have to be able to take on that much pressure. So I always equate this to as like there's levels in business that you hit, and to get to the next level you have to take on more pressure. So if you can't take on the pressure you're having right now, you're not ready for that next level.
I'd rather face 20-hour days doing what I do now with the pressure and the madness and the chaos, but be able to sleep that 4 hours than be worried that 4 hours about what I have to face the following day or might have to face in the near future.
Yep.
Amen.
Yep. It's like a bodybuilder, right? Like you or a professional athlete, like you push your body all the way to the limits right before it cracks, right? Jesse, we were talking about this last night. You push your body all the way to its limits, and then you back off and you rest. But every time you push yourself to those limits, you can handle a new load of stress, right? A new level. Just like the amount of pressure that we've had this year from deals and closings and volume, it's very different, from what I've ever experienced in my life before. But this year, I've exercised probably more than I ever have. I've eaten more healthy food than I ever had. I've gotten to the sauna probably more than I ever have this year.
Me
So
too.
things that build
Sauna.
up your body and build up your nervous system so you can handle those new stress loads. And then, people ask us like, well, how do you do all this? Like, you must be a magician, right? But no, it's like, it's training your mind and your body to handle such a load. And it's something that's an ongoing thing for the rest of your life. It's not something that where you're going to say, hey, well, I've done enough exercise this year to last me for the next 5 years. It's something that, and it really does. Again, it pertains to your business because like Daniel said, like the more you take on and the more stress you have, like you better have your body ready for it. Because I've gotten there to that point where you feel like that little tingling sensation in your heart, like, okay, I'm pushing myself too hard. I need to take a damn break. Right now I'm off of coffee. I'm off of everything. I'm off of every kind of stimulant you can think of. Low sugar. I'm doing no bread. I'm doing no tortillas. Right. And right before the holidays. Right. And it's like the hardest time to do it. But I don't want to have those excuses like, oh, I'm going to do it after the holiday. That's like the easiest time to do it. Do it right before the holiday. I think I've lost like 14 pounds, going on 14 pounds, like in just over 2 weeks. Right. So I'm just, again, like starting from mid-December to about January 7th, I kind of just power all the way down, power down business, power down everything. Like it just completely turn everything off. And it's for a mental reset, a spiritual reset, like find out what's important to me. This break in 2020 taking this holiday break is what birthed the Hivemind, right? The idea of the Hivemind, we thought of it in December and it was live by like February 3rd. Again, taking immediate action when you have those inspirations. And it's something that I encourage you all to do, to take that time out, because you can only push so hard. But, that's why one of the 10 commandments for this group is prayer and meditation. Sometimes you're going to have to slow down and unplug and take your foot off the gas and then just trust God to do what he does and take you to that next level. And that's part of the growth too.
Yeah. We've actually, we did that for a little bit. We kind of toned down what deals we're going for to focus on selling, because it's you have the ebbs and flows of business, so sometimes you have to adapt. So it's been an interesting year. I would say good and bad. It's been an interesting year because, like I said, we've dealt with new pressures. So we've had to gain new strength throughout the year. So I'm excited. I'm excited for 2024. I think it's going to be a great year. I think it's going to be a great year for everybody. I hope it is. You really have to foresee the future. One thing I love about Anthony is that he has a bigger vision than a lot of people, and I think bigger vision creates bigger opportunities that you didn't even think were possible. So I want you all to have a big vision and create a bigger opportunity in your life. And whatever goal you had, I think me and Anthony talk about this all the time, is that whatever if you have a 10-year goal, try and knock it out in 2. Accelerate that growth and accelerate that vision, because you just may be able to hit that in record time than you never thought you could,
Amen.
I'll tell you something I picked up from Ty Lopez in the spirit of that is I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment by myself, maybe 10 years ago or something. And I would write my goals on the mirror. And I would write, I got to do these 10 or 20 things. These are the most important things I have to do. So I put them on the mirror in the spare bathroom. And that's where I would go in there and I would look and I would knock things out. I would check them off the list. I'd knock them out. I'd knock them out. But I had so many things on that list. It might take 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks to knock out all the stuff that was on that list. And I was listening to a Ty Lopez on YouTube. And he said, what if you took your 6-month goal list or your 1-year goal list and you knocked it out this week? And I was like, holy smokes, like, what is this? That's crazy. It would have never dawned on me that to do all of that stuff that I was planning on doing for the next several months this week. And sure enough, I knocked it all out like in 4 days. Like I really put my nose at the grindstone and I just cranked through all of it. And it kind of shifted my paradigm. It's like, if you set these long-term goals for yourself and you tell yourself that it's going to take that long, then it just might. And then I was listening to something from Tim Ferriss and he said something very similar. Like, what if you took something like that was the most difficult task that you can possibly imagine, something that would take you 10 years to accomplish? He's like, you just ask yourself, like, how can I simplify this? What would make this easier? And now I've kind of, I deconstruct everything that way. Like if I have something that I feel is like impossible or something that's, moving a mountain, I'm like, what would make this easy? What would make this absolutely easy? And that's a question you have to ask yourself over and over and over again. Anytime you hit a wall in business, is what would make this easy? And that's helped me chew through a lot of big problems with very little effort. And so, like Daniel said, I continue to raise the bar on myself because I know that if I continue to stretch my imagination and my goals, then it does become easier to some extent. If you feel like you can move a mountain with very little effort. And then also having a community, man, everybody in this room, I appreciate you guys being here. You have contributed a lot to our business and to our lives. We have the same familiar faces that are in here all the time, right? And we know you're out there working and grinding and putting in the effort. We're watching everybody, so we know what everybody is up to. We know how hard you're working out there. I always see Vero, she has emails going out for Gator lending like every 10 times a day. So we see who's working and who's not working, right? We're like Santa Claus. We know who's been naughty and nice.
Connecting with lenders. We connected with more lenders today. We connected with lenders yesterday. I mean, yeah, staying busy.
You're going to be the head of the loan department by the time this fund takes off.
I'm calling it and claiming it. You've already, said it. So
you're working there. You're working the most.
Believe it and receive it. Thank you.
Heck yeah. Thanks for doing what you do. Ed, does anybody have any wins they want to share? Any cool stories you want to talk about? For the holiday, for the spirit of the holiday, anything that you want to share with us that we want to know or that share?
We can talk about my paintball story that I was talking about yesterday.
We'll save that one for the Christmas party.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I mean,
we have to tell it live.
no, one thing that that you pointed out is, the idea and the spirit of growth. And a lot of people get so intertwined with growth and also, kind of having this plowing effect, right? This tunnel vision, because I get tunnel vision quite a bit.
Mhm.
And it's good and bad because when you get tunnel vision, there's really nothing that can get in your way. You're just like plowing through the snow.
It's a
Whoever
gift.
gets in the yeah, whoever gets in the way, it's like, you're either with me or against me, and you're trying to get to that next level. The problem is you're so focused on something that you forget the present, right? You forget the now. You're only focused on the future. And I think, to me, one of the things I realized this year is, I've come to a realization and of course, with age, is that you got to have proper balance. Going back to your whole thing about, making a health conscious effort to, to really focus on your body, to have a little bit more clarity, to have a little bit more strength mentally and physically to counter all these things that are coming to you from your venture, from real estate, from everything around, life in general. And it takes somebody with a lot of grit and a lot of strength mentally, physically, spiritually, to do what they really want to strive to do. And the thing is, it's always, people get this thing wrong when you say, hey, I want to get there, and you want to get, move mountains, you want to do this. Ultimately, you're not going to do it by yourself. You have to leverage yourself. You have to have your village with you. You have to have your friends, your family, your coworkers. It's not a one man game. It never has been. Having a beautiful culture that you support, and the people around you that are, backing you up. That's the main thing right there. That's the tidal wave that can push you across. And again, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just, having having your eyes open to everything around you. And at the end of the day, Anthony, it's all about doing good. It's all about doing good for you, doing good for others. Going to the next level, like anybody wants to do, but make sure that you get connected with that guy up there.
I think that's something about our community, man, that we're not afraid to talk about, right? That higher power. No matter what you believe. I have some friends that are Muslims. I have some friends that are atheists, right? I'm Catholic. I just think it's you have to rely on that higher power. Like, what if my atheist friends, I'm asking them, like, when you need a miracle, where do you go for it? What do you do when you need to bend reality, right? If there's no higher power, who do you call on? You're going to do it all yourself. He said, there's nothing that we do ourselves. Like, even Daniel, like, if you guys look at us like leaders, like, man, we're just a part of the community too. We tell everybody we're the janitors. We're cleaning up the messes on the day to day, and we rely on the community to be our strength, right? Like Vero, she's working through so many Gator loans, and PJ's out there working sellers, Diego's out there working sellers, Daphne's out there freaking trying to pop $1 million deal right now. Edward's in the group. He did a deal with my cousin Melissa. She got her second deal or third deal now. People are putting in the work, man, and we see you guys. Like, we couldn't, like you said, we couldn't do it without you. No matter how strong you are as an individual, like the Hivemind is a representation of Daniel and myself saying we cannot do this without you guys. And that's how the business works. Like I said, we do a lot of JV deals and we fund people's deals. So it's us, putting our like our whole persona, like everything that we believe in, out into the universe, and then wrapping a brand around it, right? Throwing a logo on it, and us saying, hey, look, if you do what we do, we have a way to help you, because it's a very simple business model. We're not asking anybody to do anything different. A lot of you guys are very creative, but you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just duplicate what we're doing, and it's proven to be very, very profitable. And I feel like we've reached a pretty cool level of success in a few years, and we want to share that with you guys. That's the whole point of this room. We're on these calls every week. I don't like having meetings. I don't like having something fixed on my schedule. So when Daniel's like, hey, don't forget the calls in 2 hours, I'm like, dang it. But this is us doing what we do to try to give back and teach you guys what we're doing, so that you can ultimately become successful as well. And to see you guys, so many of you on this group that got paid today, that continue to get paid, like, it's so rewarding. Like, it's working. The business model is working. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Anything they want to add?
I'm a Tia.
Oh, I saw that. What a
I'm
cutie. That's
excited.
that was
Congratulations, Vero.
Yes, thank
exciting.
you. He's so perfect. He's God sent. You know, it's just that's my miracle baby.
And you said it too. You're like, I can't come to the Christmas party because we're waiting for a baby, and bang, you would have missed it.
Yeah, exactly. My brother, you know, texts me at 6 a.m. Hey, we're rushing to the hospital right now. I'm like, what?
You called it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. True
Just
blessing.
before
True blessing.
Christmas.
Feel great. Feels great.
Outstanding.
That's my first nephew. So, yeah, very,
Oh,
very
Um,
excited.
It's what my wife and I did with our last one. He was born on Christmas. Last Christmas Eve, and at 2 a.m. Christmas morning, he was born.
nice timing, Frank.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah, great Christmas present for sure.
I want to say that I'm thankful for my sister. She just graduated in the spring, but she did her student teaching after. That's just how they did it or whatever. And she just got finished, and she got a job offer in Dallas. Um, she wants to move down here in Texas. She wanted to move down here in Texas ever since she visited me last year. And she's been seeing the work that I've been putting in down here, making it for myself. I had to learn financial literacy all by myself. And I'm doing it, and I want to be that example for my family, and just to see her getting her first job as an elementary school teacher, and striving for her own goals. I'm just so proud of her, and just over the moon. And I think that's a great Christmas present to just see my sister win, and try to follow my footsteps as well. And we're learning off each other, and yeah, I'm just so thankful for her.
Oh, congratulations, PJ. That's good news for her.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And
Thank you.
tell her, yes, Texas is where to be.
Oh yeah, feels way different than up there in Pittsburgh.
I've done quite a bit of traveling around the United States, man. I love the people from Texas. I really do. People are cool. They're calm. They're genuine. They're mostly polite. And I don't feel that way everywhere I go to different states. I was pleased to see that in San Diego and by Temecula. Yeah, there's a lot of nice, cool people, very laid back environment. It wasn't like being in the big city like in LA. So that's pretty cool to see that coming from California.
Yes, sir.
Anthony came to visit me last week, so we got some work done.
Dude, we were hanging out on the pier. What pier was that? Santa Monica
Santa
Pier?
Monica Pier.
Yeah, we were just hanging out, staring off
Sweet.
into the mountains and the ocean and doing nothing. And then it just dawned on me. I'm like, Daniel, we've never just hung out before. Every time we get together, we're working, we're at an event, we're getting on stage, there's cameras around us. I was like, we have never just sat on the beach and done nothing together, my friend. Like, this is weird. Let's get back to work. I didn't say
We were still working,
that. Yeah, actually we were.
but we weren't working as hard.
Who else got some good warm and fuzzies to share for this Christmas edition? Don't be shy. Santa's watching.
Tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. Actually,
Oh,
no, it's not tomorrow. It's Wednesday. No, tomorrow's
Thursday.
Wednesday.
2 days.
Yeah.
2 days. We are doing the 5-acre giveaway, man. That's a cool accomplishment, I think, for everybody in this room. Congrats to all of you guys for giving us the energy and the passion and the drive to get this done. We accomplished it. We're giving away 5 acres of land. I wish I won 5 acres of land at some point in my life previously. Things would be a little bit different right now, but it's pretty cool, man. I'm excited about it too. Hey, did Rooster tell you we might do it at the big house here in San Antonio?
He was talking about that. I think tomorrow we have 2 venues. We have one that I've already put a reservation. I'm not 100% sold on it yet. Rooster and I wanted to go take a look at it.
Okay.
There's a secondary one that is a friend. It's called Don Dario's. It's a restaurant that's right on 35 and Slaughter, which is basically right in the corner. South Austin, and that's a really, really nice spot. And trying to see if we can get that one. It's a friends of family. It's basically got what we're looking for. But tomorrow we'll make a call. I guess if all else fails, I think we'll just reroute and go get a couple of horses, go down there.
Let's do it, man. Whatever we got to do, like I said, we can just kind of fly by the seat of our pants. I think it's going to work out amazing no matter what. Like the venue doesn't matter. We can do it at the park. We can do it in the rain, in a
And we're,
box.
we're supposed to do a duet, me and Rooster.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that, man. The live music vibe the last time we all hung out was freaking amazing. So I think to share that with the community and the public, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, so Rooster plays guitar. I'm actually a saxophone player. So I got a couple of bands that I play with, and been doing that for a couple years, almost 30 years. But Rooster and I are thinking of doing a like a Christmas duet for this 5 acre giveaway. So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, man. I didn't know you had it in you. I mean, you played a little bit when we were at your house, but then I went to go check out Jesse play live, and I thought I would just hang out for 10 minutes. Band starts, I'm gonna take off. Yeah, I hung out all night, dude. It was freaking amazing. I was like, oh, this guy's talented. That's freaking cool, dude.
That was fun times, man. We'll do it again.
Anybody have any stories to share? Anything you want to share? Come on, I know we got some more stories in here. Some wins, recent wins, realizations, epiphanies. Daphne says she has a possibly a buyer for $1 million lot. You want to talk about that, Daphne? Are you in a position to share? If not,
Yeah, so I've been trying to get a buyer for that property for a while now, and I have somebody that might go ahead and go for it on Thursday after they go out to look at it with Alan, and it's pretty exciting. It does feel warm and fuzzy.
Daphne is probably one of the youngest in our group, and she is so passionate about what she does. She's always working. We when we see somebody who's working as hard as she is, we try to give those people leads. We try to give them anything that we can do to support those people. And no matter how much work we give her and how many things we assign her to do, she's like, count me in, count me in, count me in, count me in. I'm like, golly, I don't know if it's her age where she has that much energy to just keep pumping out like that. But she's getting consistent wins now. So I'm super excited for her. She's starting to get consistent deals. And I know it took her a little while probably to get her first deal after the amount of effort she put in. I even felt bad. I was like, golly, she's worked so many hours and got so little return. But now to see her getting consistent checks, it's like, man, that's the dream for us, and we hope that for everybody. But I wanted to tell you guys that story because it takes a lot of effort. It does take a lot of. It's like, to me, I imagine it like a wheel, like a boulder the size of a mountain. Like it's going to take you a lot of effort and a lot of pressure to get that wheel rolling. But once that momentum starts, it's hard to turn it off. I had 2 closings coming this week that I forgot about that I didn't even know about. So it's just it takes a really long time to get into that position. I was in Cancun in July, and I got wired some funds from a deal, almost 20 grand while I was on vacation. And I don't even know where the money came from. I still have not checked where that money came from. But again, that's after 6 years of working my tail off, where you can get yourself into a position like that. So just my hats off to Daphne for putting in the hours and the effort, and thank you, Veto, for bringing her to the community. To just to see somebody put in the effort and to get the results and starting to see the rewards come in, it's like a dream come true for us.
Bro, I've tried to stop giving her more work, and she's like, "No, give me more, give me more." She just doesn't stop.
Hey, Junior, man, Junior's another one. He was in Houston, and he's been around the Hivemind since the very first event in Dallas 3 years ago. And he was always sometimes he was on the sidelines trying to contribute from Houston, and he's like, man, I'm just gonna move over there. And now he's with Andrew every day. Andrew's like our main ranch shower. And Junior just made the jump, man. He just picked up his whole family and brought him to San Antonio. And now he's on the front lines with us. He's on the properties every day. He's showing. He recently got some sales signed up. So again, that's somebody just making like massive effort to move the needle, and then now starting to see the results. So same thing for Junior. Like when he came over here, I'm like, I hope he makes some money. That was a pretty big jump, So now seeing him starting to get contracts, like, okay, perfect. I think that's what we hope for everybody. And he's just another one that just kept on believing and putting in the effort, and now we're starting to see some fruit growing.
It's just the beginning, brother. Trust me.
I'm telling you right now that new campaign we have up and running, it's gonna. Ryan says he's gonna make it rain, and I believe him because that guy knows how to make money. So I'm just expecting you and Daphne and Gabriel to do what y'all do best, man. I think between the three of y'all, we have it's a pretty good setup right there. Gabriel's good at running comps now. He's good at making offers, but with you as a leader now, having him there, I think it's going to be a good trilogy we got going.
Yeah, with Junior there, it's gonna be easy peasy.
You got the youngsters that can put out the output, and then the team captain to make sure that they're heading in the right direction.
It's gonna be a
Yes,
good year.
sir.
It's gonna be a good year. I hope y'all stay tuned, and I hope y'all participate and watch it. We don't necessarily want to watch us grow, but I want you all to participate and see.
Well, we're seeing people come with us, man. We're seeing everybody come with us. It's not just like we're the only ones. Last year, I think we just broke over 1 million in land sales, and and total sales. I don't know where we're at this year at all, but we're starting next year with over 1 million on the books already. So I can't wait to see what happens next year. And the vision for the Hivemind, the dream and the goal was for us to be able to pay for and produce enough leads to give to the whole community. Like as anybody that's contributing, anybody that's here that's standing within 10 feet of us, we want to be able to give you guys paid leads and close deals with you, because we know you're here, you have the heart, you've been here long enough, and we trust that you would be a good steward of those leads. So that was always the vision, is for us to be able to turn on a lead engine so big that we can just give leads away to the community and do JV deals with everybody and make sure everybody's getting paid along the way. So it's not just about us. It never has been.
I don't know when that's going to happen, but we're working towards it.
I'm looking at this year, man. I'm looking at Q2, Q3 of this year. I want to have the biggest, baddest lead machine going. I think with Ryan's contribution, with Moonware's contribution, there's quite a few things I think that we have in place. Talking to Alan today about the mailers. I think having that multiple lead source and then the round robin, then we can start to feed the people that are doing the most in this group.
There you go.
All in the spirit of giving, guys. All in the spirit of giving back. Like I said, there's if it's just me and Daniel winning, then we have failed miserably. So yeah, we're hoping to take you all with us and make sure that we all have an amazing 2024. I think we're heading in that direction. I think a lot of the people in this room are proving that no matter what your age or background is, that you can find that success.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Everybody here, thanks for coming. Thanks for tuning in.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad por las personas que hablan español. And thanks everybody for coming out. We hope you have a good week of this holiday and spend time with your family, spend time with your loved ones. 2024 is around the corner. Let's have a great year, y'all.
I think we're going to do something amazing together, guys. I can feel it.
Look at you with your Spanish, Daniel. You need to speak your Spanish more often.
Como viene.
Yeah. All right, guys.
There
Have a
you go.
nice night, man. We'll see y'all soon. Appreciate it.
All right.